Hi, my name's Billy Floyd. That is...
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the KitchenKillaz from Orlando, Florida. Classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchens around the country. We do it every Friday. We do it. And tonight, we have some maniacs in the kitchen tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Call them maniacs?
Oh, yeah, I would. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. Now do me and the Commodore a solid and prepare your minds, bellies, and souls, ladies and gentlemen, for the show is about to begin. Oh, yeah, what's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to Monday night. It is 7:05, and this is the wrap-up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a really great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend and a really good week, and I'm looking forward to another one, so I wanted to say hello to everybody out there. If you are joining us here tonight, please throw up a comment in the chat. We want to say hello. We want to see who is hanging with us tonight. So most certainly appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time. So if you guys are just being introduced to the concept, every Monday we go through the wrap-up, which is the last 7 days of things and people and items and events that we got ourselves into, and then a little bit of a preview of what is actually going to be happening this week, which we have a really great schedule this week, which I'm really excited about. Worked on a couple details just before the show tonight, and it all seems to be coming together, which I'm super excited about. What up, Kyle Nunez in the house, Michelle Hess, and Jessica Burns. Hello. Good to see you, Machete, Jess B, and the Biggity Bad from Trinidad. Great to see you guys. I hope you guys are having a really good one, and I hope you had a great weekend. You know, you enjoyed your time doing whatever you were doing, be it busy or not busy, productive or just chill, whatever it is, you know, as long as you guys have a good weekend and you woke up on Monday morning and you didn't have those Monday morning jitters, you know what I mean? Those Sunday night scaries, if you will. Looking forward to that little bit of anxiety that happens on a Monday morning. You just push right through that and realize it's a beautiful day. And here we are at the end of Monday. And tomorrow's Tuesday, one of my favorite days of the week. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Had a really good week last week. Thank you guys for joining me on Monday. We had a really good wrap-up. We had a couple different guests on the wrap-up last Monday, which was a lot of fun. We got to chat with the great and illustrious Jess B about our trip to Mineral Bluff, which was absolutely beautiful, to a beautiful cabin up in Georgia, which was a really great place. We got a lot of footage there for our Friday night show that we weren't actually able to even upload because the signal at the cabin, you're not there to be on the internet, kids. You're there to disconnect and enjoy nature and be with each other and just spend some time thinking about the world and the people around you. So we have all that content, all that video, all of those little excerpts, all those little snaps, the beautiful food that Stephanie made, and really, really great shots of this glorious cabin. So it was really nice to have Jess on last Monday to talk to us about it. She's been friends with Stephanie for a long time, and she's known Ashley and her parents, and that's how we were able to find ourselves in this beautiful cabin. So with that knowledge base, it was really great to have her join us. After she joined us, we had the great Patio Tuccio, Patio Furniture, Patio Dugan. Oh, yeah. Join us for the Monday wrap-up as well, because him and his lovely lady, Annie Cunningham, cooked for us this past Friday, and we have some photos I want to run through with you guys in just a couple minutes, but it was really great to have two guests on last Monday. We got to chat about our previous week with Jess B and then the week coming up with Patio Furniture. Also, all the things that he's involved in, the projects and the podcasts and all the shows that he's involved in. This guy is a mover and a shaker, so it's always wonderful to get a little bit of time from the great Patio Tuccio to have him sit down with us and chat a little bit about what's going on in his life. So we had a great wrap-up, and thank you guys so much for joining us last Monday for that. Last Tuesday, nice and chill. Last Wednesday, a really cool Patreon show. I really love our Patreon shows. It's so intimate and it's really, really close, and we get to hang out with some of the core crew of the KitchenKillaz and spend some time and talk and go over new songs and new ideas and concepts and changes and writings and little idiosyncrasies that make all the crazy things as interesting, as individualistic as they can be. So a really great Patreon show last Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for joining me for that. What's up, Matt McIver? Good to see you, my dude. Great to see you, and I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Well, it may be Tuesday for you, sir. I think we may be at about 12:09 a.m. for you, but I don't know. It might be 1:09 a.m. I know we're around there somewhere. So yeah, man, thank you so much for joining me, Matt. It's really great to see you, bro. And if you guys are enjoying the show, please like it and share it. We've had a little bit of a truncated team, so as much as you guys could do to help get the word out and bring some people in, I am forever grateful to you guys for doing that. So I really appreciate the continued support, even with the change in format. And some things are still changing. We're still moving forward. I'm starting to work with a couple different musicians from the Orlando area. We'll get into that a little bit later. But last week, back to it, baby, the Patreon show last Wednesday. Thank you guys very much for hanging with us. We got to take some requests, which was really awesome. I always love taking requests. throwing up a list of songs that you guys want to hear, and you guys just kept me playing for well over an hour, which is a lot of fun. So it's always good. I really like the Patreon shows. We get to kind of chill and relax and just play some music and enjoy and connect. And, it's not always on top on the one right out here out front. It's nice and chill, and it's a good conversation, good communication, and really about moving the project forward and how integral the Patreon patrons are to the success and the ongoing or the continuation of the project. As you guys know, we Crash Kitchens every Friday night. We do it for free. We've been doing it free for over 5 years, but it still takes blood, sweat, and tears to run the machine. And in regards to those blood, sweat, and tears, a little bit of money as well. So all of that money coming in from Patreon goes directly to KitchenKillaz to be able to evolve, keep the project going, and move the project forward. So it's always such a blessing for me to be able to play for our Patreon patrons. Really, really appreciate you guys hanging with me last Wednesday night. Such a great time. Such a great time. Last Thursday, nice and chill, man. Last Friday, what a fun show. It was really great to hang out with Patricio and Ani. I've hung out with Ani a couple times, but I've never actually performed with her before. Patricio has cooked for us many times. He's been a part of KitchenKillaz for going on 4 years now. I think we started hanging out about 2018-ish, 2019-ish, and here we are 3/4 of the way through 2023, or 2022. He's become a good friend of mine, and we've really been able to be there to support each other in all of our different pursuits and shows and congratulate each other on our individual and group success, as I've seen him grow over the past couple years, and he's seen KitchenKillaz grow and evolve over the past couple years. So this past Friday, we had Ani Cunningham and Patio Furniture in the kitchen. Now, Patricio is Mexican, and Ani is German. So we decided to do a little bit of a fusion menu this past Friday night. We took some of those delicious Mexican treats and those amazing German treats, some of those Mexican ingredients and German ingredients, and we combined a lot of them, and we created some really interesting fusion dishes. So we do have a couple photos I want to go over with you guys, but again, a huge shout out to Ani and Patricio for joining me on Friday night, to Michelle Hess for taking some fantastic photos, and for everybody out there in the feed for joining us on Friday night. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun, and we got to eat some really, really good food. So again, a huge shout out to everybody that was a part of it. I really appreciate you guys continuing to do that, and then continuing to move the concept forward, enjoy this new food, this new authentic kind of cuisine and these recipes. We have a really good one for this Friday as well. But let's get to some photos real quick and chat about a little what is going on here. So this is the great Ani Cunningham, yes, and she's making it happen, baby. Listen, that was actually a threat. She wasn't tonguing out toward me. She was actually tonguing toward Michelle Hess to make sure that she stayed a safe distance away and didn't get burned. As you can see, she's using a thermometer right here. Just to check the chicken to make sure that it is the temperature you want. So poultry, you want it 165 degrees before you serve it. And usually it's going to cook up a little bit, but if you pull it from the pan at 165, it's going to continue to cook up 166, 167, and you know you're in the safe zone. But always check your temperatures, check your thermometers, make sure everything works. Don't take anything that we say for any type of reality. I don't want to be blamed for any kind of food thing that you guys get, so check Google. Let's blame Google. So yeah, Ani Cunningham crushing it in the kitchen that night. That is, she's making a little bit of schnitzel there, which was really great. So she took some chicken breast and she pounded it out. You get your chicken breast, you lay it on a nice flat surface that you can put a little weight on, put a little impact in. You take a little saran wrap or plastic wrap or Reynolds wrap or whatever kind of wrap you want, and you can wrap up nice and light. You just lay a thin piece of plastic or wrap right on top of the chicken, right underneath the chicken. You pound it out nice and thin. Makes it really nice and tender. Once you tenderize it, you start to break through those really tough fibrous materials that could make the chicken hard to cut through, or it just tenderizes. It makes it nice and soft. She did some awesome breading that she made herself, which is really great. Everything that was made on Friday night, aside from the pretzels, were homemade. So this is her whipping up a couple of these delicious chicken breasts, man, and making it happen. This is the great Ani Cunningham and Patio Furniture working as a team on Friday night. You can see closest to the screen here, right at the bottom, is a queso that Patricio made, and it was awesome, man. A lot of really amazing cheeses and peppers and onions. It was really, really delicious, and it had a perfect amount of spice to it, a nice little kick to it. Not too much, though, not too much. And here's Ani, of course, being a true professional, making that chicken happen. The great Patio Furniture, staging everything, making sure he's good to go, checking that thermometer. Great teamwork. Good teamwork here. good teamwork, making it happen. And there's one of my favorite ingredients. It's corn. Oh, yeah, baby. You got to love it. So this was our setup for Friday night. A little behind the scenes. Michelle has got a nice little shot of that. There is me anxiously standing there waiting to see what is happening as this music video plays, and in my mind trying to go through the next 37 steps that we're going to knock out in about 14 seconds. But we had a really good time on Friday night. A great shot here. And again, a huge shout out to Michelle Hess for making that happen, for catching some of these. And again, so we had this on medium heat, the bottom right burner, medium heat, just a little bit of vegetable oil on the bottom. You use whatever oil you want to use. They're going to have different smoke points, so it depends on what you're going for, what heat you're going for. You don't want to set all your smoke detectors off, so make sure you find an oil with the right smoke point to where when you turn that heat on, it does the smoke up your whole kitchen. Nice and easy. Just a couple of minutes. She temped each one of these out to make sure that they were cooked perfectly, and they were, man. Look at this beautiful, crispy, golden brown that she got on all of these chicken breasts. Were so tender. They were the word of succulent. Oh yes, they were moist. They were delicious. They were absolutely perfect. Al dente, if you will. They bit perfectly. It was really good. The flavor was all held in there. They weren't overcooked. They weren't dry. And with the really light touch of that crispy breading right on top, oh man, this schnitzel lived on its own. You can just slice it up and eat it by itself, and it was that good. The flavor was that fantastic that it could absolutely exist as an independent item. But that's not what we did. Of course not. So she sliced it up nice and easy, and boom, baby. That's right. So this is where the German meets the Mexican, which is really cool, man. So we took a flour tortilla. We put that breaded sliced chicken breast right on top. We hit it with a little bit of that queso. Then we rocked it with some salsa verde, which was awesome, man. What a great combination of German and Mexican to bring this delicious entree together. And there it is on top of a tostada as well. I love a good tostada, ladies and gentlemen. So a little bit of that schnitzel with some of that salsa, some of that queso on that crispy tostada. Oh, you signed me right up. I had like 20 or 30 of these things. They were absolutely fantastic. Really good flavor, the perfect amount of heat. The texture on the chicken was perfect, and I really like the difference between the tostada shell and then the actual flour tortilla that we had. Completely different experiences, although with exactly the same ingredients. That texture separation and that difference between the corn and the flour is going to change the game completely. What an interesting profile that each of these individual flavors were able to manifest, even with such a simple change as the base, which was really great. So a huge shout out to Ani and Patricio. They really put this together, and they were fantastic. To be completely honest, I've been eating these for the last 3 days, and they're getting better and better and better. We have some queso. If you guys want some queso, we got plenty. We have some salsa verde. We have some of the chicken left. The flour tortillas on the tostadas. I had 4 or 5 of them yesterday. I'm probably going to have 6 or 7 of them after this. They're small, they're delicious, and I'll eat them all day long. And I like to stack stuff. That's just how my mind is built. I love Legos. One of the other dishes we did for a little bit of an appetizer were German pretzels and queso. That's right. So we brought in these pretzels, which are really gay. A lot of this ingredients that you're going to see tonight came from Hollenbach's, which is in Sanford right here, and it's a huge for the culture or for the German culture. A lot of the ingredients that we had for Friday night were as authentic as we can get, right from Hollenbach, which is a German restaurant in Sanford, 20 minutes away from where we are right now. So these were we decided what we were going to do here is we were going to plate this up. This was the German pretzels from Ani's side, and then the queso from Patricio's side. So bringing those German pretzels with that Mexican queso, that homemade queso, was absolutely fantastic. A little bit of salt right on top of that. Not too much, depends. It's up to you however you want to salt your pretzel. I'm not going to tell you how to salt your pretzel. You salt your own pretzel in your own time, okay? However you want to do it, but I support you 100%. So nice, warm, hot pretzels. Just breaking that off, dipping that in that queso. So good, man. Absolutely fantastic, and really, 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 really tasty. So it was really good, super, super flavorful for all of these ingredients. Coming up to one of my favorite things, it's corn, baby. Oh, yeah. So we took a couple years of corn, the Great Patio Furniture, boiled it down, got it nice and soft, kept that nice texture in it. Put a little bit of ingredients in the water. I'm not going to tell you what it is because you got to watch the show, just to make sure that the corn was full of flavor, cooked perfectly, nice and tender, still had that perfect crunch to it, but it wasn't too hard to get off the cob. It was really easy. It came off in full kernel. The flavor was all there. The texture was all there. And then we turned it into one of my favorite things on the whole planet, elote. Now, I will say this. This picture is from the internet because I ate the elote too fast to take any photos, and that's my bad. I made the elote, I ate the elote, I made one and ate one, Patricia made one and ate one, and before I knew it, it was all gone, and we didn't have a chance to get a photo. So I tried to get a picture of something that had as close to what ours looked like on Friday night, and I had a fantastic time looking through all these elote pictures, so thank you guys very much, man. It was like elote porn for me. It was awesome. I was just like, wow, look at that elote. Ooh, look at those curves. Look at that cotija. Fantastic. Cotija me, baby. And a little bit of tajin as well, which is super cool. So we actually made one on the show on Friday night to walk you guys through how easy it is to make. So cook your corn however you want to cook your corn. A light layer of mayonnaise on the entire outside of that cob. And then you're going to take some of that cotija cheese. You're going to cover it nice. You want to be generous with that cotija. You want to cover all of that corn with that cotija. You don't want to see any mayonnaise. You want cotija on the top. You don't want to see the mayonnaise. If you see the mayonnaise, you haven't put enough cotija on there, so a little more cotija on that. Make it happen. And then on top of that, you want to add a little bit of butter, baby. Whatever butter you butter your butter with, you can butter your butter. We butter it with parquet. I was introduced to parquet on elote from Patricio, so I make sure to stay. I honor the great patio furniture and his recipe. So we rocked some parquet that night. Topped it with a little tahini, and boom, it was ready to rock and roll. If you want to wait a couple minutes, you can always let those flavors kind of dance together and get into that corn and kind of spend a little time with each other and marinate with each other. It's only going to get better, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, I did it the next day and the day after and the day after, and it was better and better and better. It was really, really great. And I actually forget how many times I've made elote because every time I see corn, I just buy the corn and then I make the elote. That's just what I do. But Friday night was such a great time. We had a beautiful, beautiful evening with Patricio and Ani both. They did a great job at hosting and speaking. Patricio and Ani walked everybody through exactly how they were making everything. They were making all the individual recipes and ingredients and how you can make it at home yourself. Nice and easy, simple ingredients, super rich, super flavorful, very filling, and super satisfying. So we had the German pretzels with the queso, and then we had the fusion schnitzel on the flour tortilla and on the tostada. Then we had the elote, but you got to wrap it up with a little dessert. A huge shout out to Tali Jimenez for donating this German chocolate sauce, which then we put on churros. Oh, yeah. So the great patio furniture took a little bit of vegetable oil and a little bit of a medium heat right there, and he put some batter right in there. Made nice and fluffy, delicious churros. Topped it with a little bit of cinnamon and brown sugar, and then as you can see, we hit it with some powdered sugar. Yeah. And then we gave it the drizzle with that German chocolate. So another fusion of German chocolate and that Mexican churro. Bringing those two things together was fantastic. I had 2 or 3 of those myself. Plus, it's got chocolate on it, so I'm going to eat it. And it has straight freaking sugar on it, so I'm definitely going to eat it. And then it has brown sugar on it, so I'm going to eat it 3 times. And then I'm going to eat another one because I don't like odd numbers, and I much prefer an even number. So now I have 4 things, which was fantastic, and there were a lot of memories. What a great show on Friday night. Thank you guys for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. And again, a huge shout out to Patricio and Ani for being part of the show, for cooking such fantastic food. It was such a blast to work with those guys. It's always fun to work with Patricio, and it was really interesting to see Ani and Patricio working together on that Friday night. Really interesting, especially with that many people in the kitchen. And let me tell you, if you want a true test of your relationship, work in the kitchen with your partner. See how it goes. Are you guys moving around each other? Are you getting in each other's way? Are you talking to each other? Are you able to navigate and make it all happen? What's up, Dana Ricker? Good to see you, dude. But what a fantastic time it was on Friday night. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Matthew Pfeiffer, what's up, my man? Great to see you, sir. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. So yeah, great week last week. Thank you guys so much for joining us for those 3 shows. We have another 2 shows coming up after this one on Wednesday and one on Friday. However, Saturday was a busy day too. Why was it a busy day, Billy? Oh yeah, this is why. We got to go to Castledor Studios. I love Zach and Alyssa. It's so much fun to hang out with them. My good friend Ashley Adams came to me a couple weeks ago to help her record a song that she wanted to record for one of her friends. And so she came by a couple weeks ago, and she's been singing for a very long time. She's done a lot of choir, a lot of live performance, a lot of theater, but she's never recorded into a microphone with headphones in a studio before, ever. She did fantastic. So she came by just a couple weeks ago, and I realized real quick that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do justice to how powerful this young lady's voice was. She had so much soul, so much emotion, and so much power. I worked with her for a couple hours, gave a little bit of coaching, little little tidbits of let's change this here, watch your breath over here, watch your enunciation over here. And we really started to hammer out how she would sing and pronounce all the words and make sure she can get everything out nice and clear with the right amount of breath and power. Then we decided we need to upgrade this young lady. So I got in touch with Zach Cabral over at Castledor Studios, and we scheduled a session for this past Friday night from 8 to 10 o'clock. Now, Ashley had never been in a studio before, never even seen a studio before, never seen the inside of a studio before, never worked with headphones or a producer or an engineer in a control room, ever. This girl walked in like she's been doing it her whole life. She was fantastic. After about the first 20 minutes of jitters, which everybody gets, she settled right into it. And a couple hours later, we had beautiful takes for the song that she has been performing for one of her friends. So it was so nice to sit back with Zach and to spend some more time with Zach. What a good dude. And we have some more projects coming up in the future that we're going to be working together on. But this past Saturday night was such a blessing. I've never actually gotten to go into a studio and work as a producer or a coach before, which I really liked. That was a lot of fun. Ashley's got a lot of natural talent, and she just needed a little confidence, a little guidance. So it was nice to be in there, be in the control room, work with Zach and work with Ashley. Jessby joined us as well because everybody needs that little extra love in the studio, baby. You know what I mean? So Jessby definitely brings that. And Ashley did such a great job. It was great hanging out with her and Zach and Jess and just listening to this thing come to life and hearing Ashley discover her voice and to see her experience for the first time what it's like to be in a studio, to work with a producer, to work with an engineer, take after take, idea after idea, word after word, line after line. Let's change this. Watch your breathing on this. Watch how you enunciate this. Let's end this. Let's elongate this. Such a blessing. And for her to listen back to those headphones and say, man, I've never heard my voice like this before. I didn't even know I sang it like that. That's part of being in the studio. A lot of times when you play live, it's done and it's over. You sing the note, you sing the line, you sing the phrase, you sing the stanza, whatever it is, and you move on. But in the recording studio, it's not like that. You record, then you listen back, and you adjust. And then you record, and you listen back, and you adjust. And you guys have known that if you spend some time in the recording studio, you can record and listen back and adjust 9,416 times, depending on how long your session is and how much money you have. And Ashley did a great job. She was totally open to constructive criticism. She was really open to coaching and guidance, which is awesome. I've worked with a lot of vocal students before, and not everybody is open to constructive criticism and guidance. They really aren't. But she absolutely was, and we got some absolute gold from that beautiful voice of hers. The cool thing is, I get to go back in a couple weeks, maybe even this weekend, and I get to record my parts because, ladies and gentlemen, it's a duet. We'll talk about that on the next Patreon show. So that was my Saturday night, which was such a blast. We had a really good time being able to hang out with Zach and Ashley and just spend some time in the studio listening to this young lady record. What a powerful voice, full of soul, full of emotion. We got to meet her girlfriend, Angel, as well. She was very sweet. I'm glad she was there to support Ashley. And there was actually a moment during when Ashley was recording that Angel had to walk out because her listening to Ashley was a very emotional experience for her, and she had to step out of the studio and take a break. And if you guys were there where I was at the same time I was, and you heard the emotion behind this young lady's voice, you might have found yourself standing outside with Angel taking a break and a breather. It was such a great experience, and a huge shout out to Castledor Studios and to Zach Cabral. Never disappoints, man. Always perfectly professional, absolutely on time, and bringing the absolute best. He's such a great person to encourage you to find that deeper, stronger strength and belief in yourself. He's fantastic. And when you work with a producer and an engineer like that, when you leave there, you're going to leave there a better performer. You're going to leave there a better musician. You're going to leave there a better singer. You're going to leave there a better professional. You're just what you're going to do when you walk into a place like Castledor. So Saturday was such a fun time. We had an absolute blast, and I was really blessed to be able to do that with everybody. This past Sunday was super cool, man. Nice and easy day. Nothing too crazy, but I'm good friends with Sharktooth Sam. My lovely lady Jess saw a post that Tom had put up on his Facebook about a company that was looking for somebody to read some lines in a play called Carmilla. So I reached out to Tom and I said, hey, I'm really interested in this. He put me in touch with Lydia. And Lydia, out of Polk County, they have a workshop called New Works Incubator Workshop. It's for playwrights. So if you're writing a play, if you're starting to write some scenes, you can submit it to this New Works Incubator Workshop. And what she'll do is she'll actually reach out to other actors and voice actors. She'll bring them all in. And then we did a Zoom call yesterday where all of us were on Zoom. Everybody had their parts, and we got to read them live. There was an audience there. The playwrights were there as well. The directors were there. The artistic directors were there. And we got to go through the entire play and just kind of talk about what is going on and read that play, which was awesome to be able to go line for line, to be able to go part for part and see how these people interacted with each other and how the flow was, how the characters interacted, the relationships there. It was really nice to be able to go through this entire play and speak it and take those parts. Now, these were actors that were not necessarily the ones chosen for the parts. We're just there to read, so we've actually never even read it before, which is part of the information that I think the playwrights receive. How's your punctuation? How's your grammar? How's the flow? How's it going? What do you need in the play? What don't you need? What is that additional content? Is that not 100% necessary to be able to get your point across? If you're trying to go for a 90-minute play and you're hitting an hour and 45 minutes, you got to truncate just a little bit, not too much. You're looking at skimming another 15 minutes off there, even if you were to speed it up. But there was a lot of monologues. There was a lot of information, all the different characters interacting with each other. And it was such a cool experience for the playwrights, because the playwrights got to sit there and literally listen to these actors and these voice actors read the parts back, and they're listening to their play being performed. So then they were able to provide them a lot of notes, not only the artistic director and the executive directors, but the playwrights themselves. And then we also received feedback as well, how the parts were being read, the relationships between the characters. It was a lot of fun. It was about 2.5 hours to read 71 pages, and everybody did such a great job. It was such an honor and such a blessing to be able to sit down and work on this play and just to be able to read our part. We're not necessarily the one in the parts, but we're just helping these playwrights kind of hone in on their skill and hone in on this play and really start to narrow it down and mold it and make it so it's ready for the theater. The two gentlemen that wrote the play were actually performing the play in Fringe this past year. They had something very, very similar in Fringe Festival, and now they're turning it into an actual theatrical performance, which is super cool to watch it go from Fringe Festival to a full rendition of the play. In Fringe Festival, they only had a couple actors, and all the other voices were performed off stage. But now they're bringing people to all of these characters. A lot of the characters that existed vocally off stage, where you would just hear their information, are now going to be full production theater characters. So we got to take part in that beta yesterday, which was super cool. Jess B even stepped in literally last minute and read for like 4 different people, which was a lot of fun. She did a great job. It was very cool to work with a lot of these people. A lot, you can tell they were very professional. They've been doing this for quite some time. So I felt very honored to be able to sit there and work with some other people that have been in the theater, been in play, playwrights had written, had directed, artistic directors, just to be in that environment of creativity and understanding and compassion and that kind of constructive criticism that we all need in our life. It was really nice to be able to experience that, especially on a Sunday night. Nice and relaxing. We got to work with a team, and we got to see the very beginning of something absolutely stunning. So one of the cool things about it is everybody that took part in it last night also gets a free ticket to the play. So I'm excited to go see this play and to see it come to fruition. We each got to give our feedback, ideas on the characters, the flow of the information, even the set design itself, the time periods that it was based in, all the verbiage that existed in that time period and how they interacted with the individual components of the relationships between the characters was so much fun. So that last night was a lot of fun. A huge shout out to Lydia and Tom. Thank you very much. It was really cool. Jess B for turning me onto it, which was really great, and I'm glad I got to take part in it and make some new friends. So it was an absolute blast, man. So let me go through a couple of these comments because I've been talking a lot and I got to take a breath here. Stay with Parquet. I agree 100%. Add a kernel of truth. I see what you did there, Matthew Pfeiffer. Daniel Ricker in the house. Great to see you guys. Dana Ricker says, if a guy were to journey to Florida, what kind of album would he record over a weekend? Asking for a friend. I am friends with me. Whatever you're ready to record, my man. I will say this, Castledor Studios don't play. So if you wanted to go into Castledor and you wanted to cut like a 5-track album, I'm sure you can do that in 2 days depending on your skill and your ability, because Zach is ready to go. As long as he has that time, he'll most certainly make it happen. And we can turn that into something beautiful, because it's already something beautiful. You just need it recorded. That's it, my man. Which would be awesome. That would be super cool, especially to see you guys work with each other. I just recently found out that Landon Nolan was recording at Castledor Studios as well, and they met at our anniversary show. Landon was one of our performers, and Zach and Alyssa had a tent set up. And I really wanted Zach and Alyssa and Castledor Studios to have a tent set up because they produced our first album as KitchenKillaz. And I try to introduce everybody that I work with to each other. And it was really a cool thing that Landon, who was a performer at the anniversary show, and Castledor Studios, who had a tent at the anniversary show, wound up up linking up together and doing some recording together. I think Landon's actually recording his next full single at Castledor Studios. He's already cut some of the vocals, and I think they're going back in to do some backup guitar and backup harmonies, which I'm really looking forward to, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So huge shout out to everybody for joining me last week. The Monday, Wednesday, and Friday were a lot of fun. Saturday working with Zach was great. Sunday with the Playwright was great. And here we are Monday night at the wrap up. So thank you guys very much. We made it. Not bad. 34 minutes. Actually, 29 minutes minus the 5 minutes, 7:05 for a start. And so not bad, kids. That's the way we rock and roll and make it happen, baby. So this week we got some really cool stuff coming up as well. Not only do we have the wrap up tonight, this Wednesday show is going to be a little bit different. So normally on Wednesday shows, except for the last Wednesday of the month, it's a private Patreon show. But this Friday, we're actually going to be able to play the videos of the shots at Mineral Bluff, where I recorded with Stephanie and we created Zuppa de Peixe, which was awesome. We have all the videos. It was incredible. The flavor was awesome. The menu was great. The ingredients were incredible, but we weren't able to upload any of those videos, and I really wanted to play it soon. This last Friday was already scheduled with the great Patio Tuccio and Annie Cunningham, so I marked off this next Friday, this coming Friday, to be able to go through those Mineral Bluff videos and show you how Stephanie created the Zuppa de Peixe in this beautiful cabin that we were at. Now, the difference between last Friday and this Friday is last Friday we had live cooking and we had pre-recorded music. This Friday is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have pre-recorded cooking, but live music, which is really great. I'm looking forward to playing on this Friday. So we're going to switch it up, and this Wednesday is going to be a public show. It's not going to be a Patreon show. It's going to be a public show. We have the owner of the cabin that's going to be joining us. The lovely Sherry will be joining us on Wednesday night. She may be here. She may be remote. We're going to figure it out. But I'm excited to talk to Sherry about this investment in this cabin, how she's moved forward, how she decorated it, why Mineral Bluff, where her heart and her emotion took her when she was making those decisions, because this cabin was out of heaven. And I'm really excited to talk to her about this. She's a mover and a shaker. She's an entrepreneur, and her husband work really hard together. They've been together for quite some time, and they bought this beautiful cabin that we were able to record and perform in, which was such a blast. So this Wednesday, we're going to have Sherry joining us to talk a little bit about her entrepreneurship, this beautiful cabin, why she chose Mineral Bluff, why she chose that location, and have her walk us through a little bit of the whys, the whos, the hows, the whats about this incredible cabin in this awesome Friday night. So this Friday, we're going to have those videos from Mineral Bluff. This Wednesday, we're going to have the owner of that cabin joining us on the show. And I'm really excited for you guys to meet her. I'm excited to meet her. I've actually spoken with her just recently today over Facebook, and she's super hyped. She's ready to rock and roll. We had to walk through a couple little basic things on how, the technology is going to work. But I think you guys are really going to enjoy this Wednesday show. I always like talking to people, and she's local as well. She lives right here in Orlando. And although she has the cabin in Mineral Bluff, Georgia, she's right here in Orlando. And we love to feature local people right here in Central Florida that are making their dreams come true. And she's most certainly one of them. So she's going to be joining us on Wednesday, and then this Friday we're doing the videos from Mineral Bluff, cooking the Zuppa de Peixe, and I'll be playing some live music for you guys. So that is what's coming up this week. That's what happened last week, and that's the show, kids. I got a song for you real quick. I'm going to play, and I hope you guys are really digging it and having a good Monday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Matt McIver, good morning and welcome to Tuesday. Dana Ricker from Ontario, great to see you, my man. And I hope you guys are having a safe week. You had a good weekend, and you're looking forward to a fantastic week. Matthew Pfeiffer, we're going to be here this Friday if you want to come by and chill, man. Nothing too crazy, but you're more than welcome. You don't have to bring any cameras. You can just come by and hang out. We are going to be featuring food, the Zuppa de Peixe from that menu, so we may have little snacks and hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that for people to eat. But the food is going to be pre-recorded. However, the music is going to be live, so I'm super excited about that. But I hope you guys have some good day. I hope you have a good night. I hope you enjoy your Monday, Matt, your Tuesday. And I like what Dana Ricker just said. Has it been too long since we heard Matt strum some magic on here? I believe it has. Oh yeah, it has. Matt McIver, anytime you're ready to rock and roll, I'd like to hear Coffee. That'd be great. I'd like to hear your new single that we have coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun, dude. So anytime you want to jump in, Matt, you let me know, and I'd love to have you join in and play a little bit of music. That'd be really great. If you want to jump in next Monday, you're more than welcome to. That'd be super cool. I would love to have you on, my man. Matthew Pfeiffer, I am free. Wait, no cameras? You can bring cameras. You're always welcome to, but I'm not asking you to come and take photos. I'm asking you to come and be Matthew Pfeiffer. Just come and hang out, my man. You know what I mean? And what up, Patio Furniture? I heard that place has amazing food. I don't know what place you're talking about, but I agree. It probably does. Probably delicious. We were just talking about you, Patio. We went through some fantastic pictures of last Friday night, the incredible menu that you and Ani Cunningham had manifested, which was super, super cool. Just a heads up, I'm about to walk in the door. Great. That means Luke and Leia are going to lose their minds. So stand by. I don't know what just about means, but if you hear me mute this real fast, that's just because I want to save your ears from Luke and Leia losing their mind in this house that does not have a lot of carpet. And then after that happens, I'm going to play a tune for you guys. Then I'm going to GTFO. I'm going to eat for the first time today. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited. But I hope you guys are having a really good day, and thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight on this wrap-up. Again, if you want us to crash your kitchen, if you want to get involved, the Monday, the Wednesday shows, the Friday shows, we've been doing more and more remote solutions as well. So, Dana, if you'd like to jump in sometime and play some jams, I'd love to have you, brother. Matt McIver also, love to have you on the show, man. It has been quite some time. There's some updates and some changes, as you can see. The Commodore hasn't been with us for several weeks now. He decided to step away from the project, so I'm trying to man the ship on my own, which is totally cool. No problem. It's not the first time, won't be the last time, but I definitely want to get more involved with the community and get more people into the show as guests, as other creators, and give a little bit of love and a little bit of feature to you guys. Stand by. There's Patio. Oh, I'm waiting. They might bark. They may not bark. I think they're good. Oh, they did great. That was awesome. What's up, Patio? So, yeah, man. So, thank you guys so much. I'm going to jam a jam for you guys. Then I think I might have some elote still left. Nope, I ate 4 ears yesterday. I don't have any left. I thought I might, but I ate 3 and there was only 1 left. I was like, well, there's only 1. I might as well eat that too. And I did. So, yeah, man, let me play a jam for you guys. And you guys can enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Dana Ricker says, absolutely, I'm in. Say the word and I will contribute to the polluted mind. I love it, dude. Well, Dana and Matt, I'm going to hit you guys up right after the show, throw you guys some dates. I know, Matt, it's going to be a little later for you. Dana, what time is it in Ontario? I'm not sure what time it is. I think you're far west than what we are, but just let me know. Whatever time works for you, on Mondays and Wednesdays live at 7:05 EST. Matt McIver, let me know what time works for you. Dana, let me know what day works for you. And I'd love to have you guys on here to play a couple jams, man. If you guys have a moment, always check out Matt McIver and Dana Ricker. They go live. They play a lot. Matt McIver's got some great songs out. So does Dana. 2 incredible musicians and fantastic creators. And just blessed to be in the circle with you guys. So let me plug this Get Fiddle in, play a jam for you guys. And then I'm going to go party like it's 1999. Prince reference. Lucas Dukas, look at him, so cute. Look at those ears. Those beautiful ears, Bubby. What's up, Bubby? You doing okay? Oh my God, look at the size of those things. He's like Dumbo. He's gonna fly away. It's so fantastic. Same time zone, different climate. Big time, different climate, Dama. Big time. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, let me get a little hydration real quick. I've been a million words a minute for the last 37 minutes. Good. Okay. Now I get to relax and play. So this is called wasting time. Oh snap. You look at life with innocent belief. I'm weary and beat down by the lack of faith I've seen in whom I thought could follow suit and come through when life gets down and so dirty. I'm fed up with the lies and the seamless moments that you brush to the side. And don't waste my time with your lies. I'm done with happy hearts and endless love. It's all just worthless while everyone sleeps tight. I pray and ponder on how I can make my dreams come to life. But you give nothing, you said, and I wonder why you're still chasing dreams. Don't waste my time, you're full of your lies. And don't waste my time with your lies. And don't waste my time as you feed into the fire. Don't waste my time with your lies, with your lies. And don't waste my time again. And don't waste my time again. This one's for you. Listen closely, write it down. It's better that you find out now. No longer will I hold it back. Truth will come to light. So gather up your tears and blanket. We both know tonight you'll need it. You and I know it's no secret that you're a parasite. Afraid to take the first step forward, last to sacrifice the future. Tonight I'll take it one step further. Open up your eyes. You're a lazy bullshit talker. Take that chip right off your shoulder. Do us all a great big favor. Fade into the fire. And don't waste my time with your lies. And don't waste my time as you feed into the fire. Don't waste my time with your lies, with your lies. And don't waste my time again. And don't waste my time again. And don't waste my time again. Oh no, no, don't waste my time again. And don't waste. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me tonight. I most certainly appreciate it. Let me hit that button right there. Yeah. So it's good to see you guys, and I most certainly, it's great to see all your names. Great to see all your names. Matt McIver says, that was not a waste of my time. Great. Well, that makes me happy, Matt McIver. So to the peanut gallery and the crew, it's my man Luke sitting there, being all such a cutie patootie. The great and illustrious Jess B, right there, being super supportive, clapping in the background, making sure to throw some comments up there. So yeah, man. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me, man. I really appreciate that. And it's so cool to see so many people in the community working together. Bingo, Dana Ricker, there it is. Is anyone else blown away by the true friends we've made through this very show? Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and it's same with me, dude. It's a very heartwarming experience. It really kind of keeps me going sometimes in those darkest hours. It's really nice to be able to see such an incredible community that we've all been able to create with each other. You know, so thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of it, and thank you for being a part of it. Matt and Dana, let's definitely schedule some time. I'd love to have you guys on and chat a little bit about what you've been doing and what's been going on. Things have been really busy over here. There's been a lot of changes, so part of that is on me. The phone works both ways, and I most certainly want to take responsibility for that. So it'd be great to have you guys join me soon, Matt and Dana, and actually really anybody in here, because most of the people in here are incredible creative people. Patricio, very creative. Matthew Pfeiffer, Jess B, everybody's super creative, always have stories of your own, stories to tell, stories to share. Kyle Nunez with his travels, Michelle Hespy and the Great Machete. She always has some great stories as well. So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your Monday, and we will see you Wednesday at 7:05. This is going to be a public show. We are working diligently. I'm trying to manifest the future. The great and amazing Sherry will be joining us on Wednesday to chat about a bit about Mineral Bluff and this beautiful cabin that you're going to see on the Friday show. The Friday show is going to be pre-recorded video of the cooking and live music, which I'm really excited to play some live music for you guys on Friday. So I will see you then. You guys have a great night. What's up, Marianne Kurt? Great to see you, love. Oh, no, you're okay, Marianne Kurt. Save the best for last, right? She's swinging in. You rock star, you. Always good to see you. Marianne, we got to get you back on the show as well. So I'm actually going to message you and Matthew and Dana. And we're going to square away some time that we can have all of you guys join us on the show. I'd love to hear what you've been up to, hear some music, hear your new ideas. You guys are movers and shakers. I know we've all been busy. We've all got a lot of shows, a lot of things, a lot of irons, and a lot of different fires. And I want to hear all about it, and so does the community. So it'd be great to have you guys join us. So Marianne Kurt, you got here in just the right time, just enough time for me to be like, what's up, Marianne Kurt? Let's schedule some time to have you jump in and maybe play a little music if you've got some music to share for us. So I'll reach out to you, Marianne Kurt, and we will figure out some dates that you're free and available, and you got a little bit of time. I know you're busy as well, but to pop in for a small window of creativity and performance would be awesome to have you join us on a show sometime, and hopefully sometime soon. But you guys have a really good night. Thank you so much for joining me for the wrap-up. We'll see you Wednesday at 7:05 with our special guest, Sherry, chatting about Mineral Bluff. And this Friday is going to be a lot of fun, man. We're going to be going over the Zupa de Pesh, previously shot at Mineral Bluff. We're going to have some live music for you on Friday night. So if you're in the Orlando area and you'd like to join us on Friday night, shoot me a message. Let me know you'd like to swing by. I'll make sure you have directions and the address. And we will see you Friday night at 9:05, this Wednesday at 7:05. And from all of us here in the KitchenKillaz studio, you guys have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Live long and prosper. Peace, love, above all other stuff. Lots of happiness. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.